Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to stream today. I'm joined by Jody and Joseph. Well, Jose, right? Jose. From the UK alt-rock band Iota. They are blending big, heavy guitars with lots of atmosphere and very, very honest lyrical songwriting. This is a band that hits just as hard and huge live as they do on their record. Raw, emotional, intentional, bassy, dreamy, punchy, big sounds, big feelings. Iota, welcome to Fuck, Marry, Music. Thank you for joining me today.
Hello.
For having us.
So great to see you. I know we're missing Sam. I know I had that in my title. I forgot to take that out. I understand that he's had a tooth removed, of all things, today.
Yeah,
I think he's a bit away with the fairies at the moment. So,
Oh my god, it's like, it sounds great and terrible at the same time.
Yeah.
My first ever dentist experience that I can remember was getting teeth removed. Never again.
It's
Oh
not
my God,
really.
terrible.
I've never had one removed.
Oh, I don't recommend it. Do you still have your
No.
wisdom teeth?
I've never got any wisdom teeth.
Oh, you never
No,
like
I'm just not very wise.
you're not wise at all.
Stuck
You
in
came
that.
without them. You came wise enough.
Yeah, everybody doesn't get them though, right? It's not a thing, is it?
I don't know, actually. I'm realizing right now how little I know about wisdom teeth, except that I had mine removed. Wow. Well, rip Sam. Hopefully the fairies are treating him right. Of course, Happy New Year to you guys. I wanted to start out with a simple question. Just how would you sum up 2025 for Iota as a band, and how has 2025 left you to start 2026?
2025 was probably our best year yet. I mean, every year you kind of say this is going to be the year, but it kind of was a great year. So,
Yes.
yeah, I think we learned so much, and we went on our first ever proper tour. So we went to Germany as well, which is the first time we've ever played outside of the UK this year, and lots of big kind of milestones like that, like even with our audience growing on Spotify and across our streaming platforms. It's just been great to see us and our audience grow a little bit more in 2025. So hopefully that's set us up for a great year in 2026 now.
Yeah, sounds like a good springboard for you. I have Jiner Pot in chat. He says about the wisdom teeth that he just has his stupid teeth. So we love that. All mine are stupid now. I had the wise ones removed personally. He's asking if you guys went to Aachen, which is a little town in Germany. We have friends over there, some friends of the show, Dark Band out there.
Not that I know of.
No stops in Aachen.
We might have passed through.
Yeah.
No, we didn't play there though. We played. Where did we play? Cologne,
Hamburg.
Hamburg. What was your favorite stop on the tour? Any places that you had never been before?
Lots of the UK we hadn't done before either. We did Glasgow, Leeds, Nottingham,
Newcastle,
Bristol,
in London,
and then we went to Germany and Belgium as well. But I think one of my favorites was Berlin, which was the last show. Someone bought me a Stein on stage and cheers to me.
So cool.
It was the one night I could drink because it was the last day of the tour. And I'm just not very rock and roll. I don't drink whilst we're on tour. Yeah.
More and more singers don't drink anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I drink, but just not when I'm singing.
Smart, honestly. That's the smartest thing to do. I wish I was that smart. I was playing in dirty dive bars and just, there's smoking in there. Just terrible for the vocal cords. I remember I was at a show and there was a guy blowing vape smoke in my face.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I've kind of learned it the hard way. But yeah, these days, I mean, I was so ill the whole of tour as well, so I was just did not want to push it. But yeah,
It's so delicate as well, isn't it, the voice. Like as soon as you like have a bit of a hangover or you get a bit of a cold or something, it just like as a guitarist or a drummer or a bassist, whatever, you can kind of just get up and you might be feeling a bit crap, but with a vocal, with your vocal, everyone's it just fucks you up.
Yeah, it's like your instrument gets injured. With you.
Yeah, I'm just constantly just egging everyone on, and watching it all go crazy.
Have you learned any like good tricks for when you're sick as a singer, like things that'll like help you get it back or like help you get through a show?
Oregano oil, oregano, do you call it oregano? Yeah. That's really good, like just to have like little drops of it every day, and it really helps. I don't know how or why, but it just really helps me. And like not too much steaming and just not talking, basically, is like the best thing that I've found. Just literally, you're not allowed to respond to anybody, or
it's great.
It's really awesome being a singer.
It's good for your mental health too. That oregano oil tastes like shit though. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, I made everybody have it on tour though, because if they get ill, then I get ill as well. So we were like, I was giving it to Joe, our guitarist, because he started feeling a bit poorly.
Actually, you know what? We need some of that. We need some of that in our house. I'm gonna put that on the list. Oregano oil, because we have a 4-year-old here, so we need to keep that on deck. So I have to ask you guys, you know, as I was prepping for this show, I came across some things, which I'm sure this isn't going to be news to you guys, but I have to ask if you're aware of the heavy rock psychedelic trio Iota from Salt Lake City.
Oh, that's a new one.
Really?
No, I don't think so. Do we know that one?
I don't know. Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, but you know the singer from Australia.
Yeah. I was just about to say, there's the Australian person, yeah. I think, there's a few more knocking about, I think. But...
There's a DJ as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
cool.
So. Well, you guys are my favorite Iota that I've come across so far, I will say.
Thanks.
I did like the singer from Australia, though they are, like, out there. That's like...
I don't think I know about this one either.
Do you want to see? Because I can show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's
see what the competition is.
Let's do it. Okay, so I'll show you this one first. So this is the psychedelic trio from Salt Lake City. Oh, by the way, let me just stop for a second and say hello to chat. Mickey, happy birthday!
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Mickey said, question, North or South England for live music venues for startup bands?
North.
Yeah, probably North.
Yeah, there's not much going on. Well, it depends how south we're talking, right?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
If we're going like southwest, absolutely not. It's beautiful down there, but for live music, the north. I mean, I'm from the Midlands, which is up north from where we are now. And Leeds was probably one of our favourite shows on the tour. They went crazy, as well as Nottingham. So north all the way for me.
North all the way. You heard it here. All right. So this is going to be Salt Lake City, Iota. It's kind of like jam bandy, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very...
Like Alice in Chains.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one. So just to give you an idea. And then the singer from Australia, I picked this one. So this person is like way out there in outer space doing crazy shit. I saw so many weird videos, but this one I actually really liked. So I time-stamped it for you guys.
Yeah, Mom. Don't know where I'm gone away, come with me.
So like,
It's cute. Also kind of jam bandy, but like in a different way. It's
yeah.
kind of like Pink Floyd-y, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of got that acousticy, grungy kind of vibe to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I always thought the Australian guy was like electronic stuff, but that might be someone else. It might be another artist.
I think it is him. I think he just does a lot of different stuff. But
got a little eye though.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, exactly. You go. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that there's other Iotas floating around out there.
We've well, a little exclusive for you. We've played and thought about changing the name so many times. I really hated it when I first joined, and it's been like 7 years now and it hasn't changed, but it's grown on me, and I feel like we just was always worried about just having to basically start completely from scratch again as well. And you know, we're up for the competition. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard choosing a name that's like original and it's not taken and actually sounds cool as well. And
yeah,
so hard.
It is hard. It is hard. What was the inspiration for the name originally?
So it's nothing special at all. I used to have to get the bus into uni, and it was right at the beginning before Jodie joined, before our first drummer joined. It was me, Sam, and our first guitarist. We were like kind of jamming around, and in the end we were like, oh, we'll start actually putting stuff. We'll actually try and start making a band and making some songs, because we used to jam a lot together. And then I was like, right, we'll come up with a name for the band. And so I was kind of just like writing things in my phone and writing cool words that came to mind and stuff. And I just drove past a shop, and the shop was called Iota, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll write that down. And then it just kind of stuck. Yeah. Quite an uninspiring story, but
I think it's great. I'm so inspired. I do that shit all the time. I'm literally walking around in the world and I'm like, oh, what's that album name? Writing that down.
Yeah, I'm the same as well. Yeah, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
But because obviously we're a Bristol band as well, and this Iota shop is in Bristol, so we do get people at the show sometimes like, oh, do you know there's a shop called Iota?
They're like, yeah, it's our shop.
Yeah. So yeah, and it just kind of stuck, I suppose.
So I meant to tell you guys this backstage, but I might as well just say it here in front of my community because they know this as well. I do a really terrible English accent constantly, and it's not on purpose, and please don't be offended if it comes out. I've been trying really hard to bottle it up and
You're
not
gonna
do
have
it.
to do it now.
Right, don't worry, it'll come out. In it.
Love it.
Wow.
It's real bad. And it comes out it'll happen, I'm sure. But my fiance's been calling me out on it, because I do it out in the real world too. And he's like, oh, you're doing it again. So I'm sorry in advance. I'm not making fun of you.
No, we're here for it.
All right. Okay, so you are from Bristol. You're a Bristol band. What was it like growing up in the music scene out there? Like, what kinds of music were you exposed to when you were like young and going to shows for your first time?
I grew up in Birmingham, which has like an incredible music scene. Was so lucky to grow up there. It's probably one of the only good things about Birmingham. But it's because we had like lots of arenas there and big academies and things, there was always bands, it was always the stop on the tour. So it was incredible. I was at gigs every weekend. And my mom would take me to gigs when I was tiny as well. So it was just kind of like the thing to do with us and my family. And yeah, it was really great. I don't know about you. You're from just outside of Bristol, aren't you, Joe? So I don't know how. Yeah, how was it for you?
Yeah, no, same. Both my parents are musicians, so I was always raised on it, and going to gigs. My dad taking me to download and things like that from a really young age. So yeah, always been exposed to it, and we always went up to Birmingham or London or whatever for gigs. So
Bristol was like when we were at uni. It was a lot more like electronic music, and it still is like really like there is a lot of electronic music in Bristol. It's definitely grown, the music scene in Bristol, with like bands and hardcore and heavier music is definitely more present now than it was like when we were at uni in Bristol when we were younger.
Do you guys remember like your first concerts, or like your first concert with a big name that you would remember, not just like a small, like the band playing at the restaurant type of gig?
Yeah. One of I went to see like S Club 7 and Busted when I was 10.
Oh my God! I love S Club 7!
But my like most memorable one, I was 10 and I went to see Paramore at the O2 Academy. So it wasn't like a huge arena, but it was like a big venue. And that was like 18 years ago. And my mum took me and my friend. It was the day after my birthday. So it was just a really memorable gig for me. It was quite cute.
You said 18 years ago. I'm just going to ask, what color was her hair?
Like prime, like orange.
Red or orange?
Yeah.
Oh,
with
that
like
was peak.
the yellow bit in the front.
Oh,
well.
That was like the Riot era. I'm a huge Hayley Williams fan, so that excites me so much that was one of your first shows. And what a good like inspiration, as a young woman to see like little tiny Hayley Williams like a firecracker running all over the stage.
Yeah, it was like when they were, just about to get like absolutely huge. I remember it just like, it was like I've never been anywhere like it. I was obviously 10, but I was just like, had my hair all the same.
Right, like, exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Did that inspire you, going to those shows at a young age, to want to be that person on stage?
I definitely like subconsciously did. I wanted to definitely do something to do with music. My parents are both like huge music fans. Like they don't have like a musical bone in their body. They've tried a few times to do a few things, but they've just admitted defeat. But they're like the biggest music fans. They just adore music, live and breathe it. So I grew up with that energy around me. Like they would buy me like Guitar Hero and Rock Band, and I'd pretend to be in a band and make my brothers like be my drummer.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it definitely was inspiring, like seeing all these bands, and especially at a young age, because my parents were so into it, like I got introduced to like live music so early.
Yeah, that's really like such a blessed life to live. And I'm of the belief that, of course, I love musicians, like, how could you not as a musician? But I think that people that are very, very strong music appreciators that are not musicians are so important to the scene as well. Yeah. And being in a family that's just so open about that and like wants to give that to their children as well is so great. What a blessed life. That's so cool. Jose,
yeah, it's great.
You said that you have musician parents, which is awesome. So I'm expecting that your first show was something real good.
My first show was when I was 10 years old, and it was The Who.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We were down on the main floor. I think it was all seated even on the main floor, but I was too small, so I couldn't see the stage. So I had a little stool that I took up with me. And so I could kind of hear people's shoulders. My first two shows, and my second show was AC/DC. Ever since I was like 5 years old or so, my dad was like, I promise you, whenever they come on tour, because I used to love them when I was a kid, we'll go see them. So yeah, they were my first two shows.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Like beyond huge.
It's like, you kind of watch it and you're like, I don't know who's going to beat this now.
Right, exactly. You're
starting from a pretty high level.
That's like, who, I think it was Mike said that his first one was Rolling Stones. I'm like, oh, where the fuck do you go from there?
Wow.
What kind of musicians are your parents?
Dad's a drummer, and kind of messed around with saxophone and clarinet, and mum's a singer. and piano player.
Oh,
And
nice.
guitar as well.
They're like the full band, just the two of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny as kids, like everyone would be like, "Oh, do you always have like family band like jams and stuff like that?" I was like, "No, never."
Right.
They expect us to be like the next Jackson 5 or something.
Right. But like realistically, family dynamics are not usually the best to be creative in.
Yeah, I don't know, we just never did it. It was I don't really know why, but yeah.
Were they ever in a band together? Sorry.
Yeah, so they
You're good. Yeah, get in there, Jody. Jody's in charge now.
From here.
So yeah, they were in a band. Dad was the drummer, Mum was the singer.
Is that how they met?
That's how they met, yeah.
Wow.
Romantic.
Yeah. Dad was, he saw an advert in the paper and he was like, he almost didn't go. Changed his mind at the last minute, and then I came along and
right. Wow.
Fuck.
Right. Wow, that's so crazy. So both parents, you got all the bands, all the instruments covered. Did they teach you how to play your instruments, or did they leave that to someone outside the family?
Primarily, outside the family, really. Yeah.
Okay.
So my first instrument was actually drums, and I kind of just picked it up by myself, despite Dad being a drummer.
Right.
And then when I was about 8, I think, I started having guitar lessons, I did that out of family.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've been trying to figure it out because we have a 4-year-old, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to teach her how to play the piano. I think I got to get someone else to do it. You know, I think it's like there's so much conflict, or there can be within the family, and I feel like it just adds an extra layer.
Yeah, I don't know if you have like a kid who's just like, "Oh, shut up,"
right?
You know, trying to tell them something, teach them something. Yeah, it might not be. They might not listen to you as much.
Right. When you got older, though, like, I mean, now you're older now, obviously. Do you now like kind of confer with your parents a little bit when it comes to music related things, or is it just totally separate?
Yeah, I mean, I always want to go and hear what their opinion is on like what we're doing and things like that. I think compared to what we used to do, like at the beginning of the band, they're not as into what I'm doing, what we're doing now. But I still like to hear their opinions on stuff, and we still talk about music and show each other music and things like that. So, in terms of like them being a fan of like what we do and that kind of thing, I'm kind of at the point where I'm accepting that they're probably not going to be as into it as what they used to have been.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Maybe we're getting target audience. You know, we've got heavier, and I think that's the main reason, I guess, isn't it? It's like
yeah. Earlier stuff had a bit more of a classic rock twang to it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So
we're less friendly.
Right. So do you think in the future you'll ever do any like collaborations with your parents, or you think it'll always just be like, oh, that's their thing?
Oh shit.
Don't worry, they're not here.
No, I know, but they might watch it. I'm in trouble. No, do you know what? There's one thing I've always said is, like, I think Dad would have loved to have played in front of a massive crowd, and if we ever got to do that, I would love to be able to give him the opportunity to get up and come play a track with us. But they don't write anything anymore, so like in terms of collaboration and stuff like that, it's not really something that they would do anyway.
Right.
But yeah, if I could get him up on stage and stuff like that, I would love that. Yeah.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for that. I could see you guys doing like some kind of cover, you know, like just, you know, like a Heart of Glass or something like that, you know, just like
get out the Blondie,
yeah, and you know, bring the oldies up on stage with you. You don't have to call them that.
Out on their wheelchairs.
At the walkers. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm sure you're very able-bodied. I'm just joking. My bad. Okay. So I'm curious about what your earliest experiences were, just like the first time you heard music, like was it more pop and then you kind of broke into heavier stuff? Or I mean, I think when you have musician parents, it definitely changes the shape of what that looks like. But since you both had parents that were very avid music listeners, was it like intentional, the way that they were exposing you to things? Or did you kind of like find your own way to start with like, Wheels on the Bus, and then that artist had some other bops that you got into? What was that like, your early years listening to music?
I think music in my house like is just always on. Like they've always got like a rock radio on in the house. Like even now, like there isn't even they'll sitting there watching TV and the radio's on. Like still, like it's just on all the time. So I think like it's just ingrained. And I remember like my mom was a huge Bon Jovi fan, and she would like be driving us literally to school and she'd be just repeating the same Bon Jovi songs over and over again, and like it was just like torturous. But now I like hear those songs if I'm like out or, on the radio and things, and I just think of her and I think of those times. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like I started learning guitar when I was like really young. That was the first instrument I ever started learning, and from that, my mom and dad would say like, "Oh, you should learn this song," and like got me into Eric Clapton and like lots of bands that people my age like really weren't listening to as well, like Motley Crue and lots of like Guns N' Roses and things like that. That just it was kind of unheard of. Everyone was listening to like Flow Rider and stuff at my school.
I wonder how intentional that was with the Bon Jovi. Like, I wonder if she was like, because that's kind of what all of our experiences are too. It was the same thing with me and my dad with like Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton, and now I hear those songs. Or I remember, what it was? It was Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood. And now I know all the words to it, but at the time I was like, how many fucking times are we going to listen to this song? I wonder if she knew what she was doing and that you were going to have this experience later in life.
Yeah, maybe. I think she just loved it and didn't care what anyone else.
That's probably
you gotta listen to it whether you like it or not.
Exactly. Jose, what about you? What was your early experience like?
Yeah, again, I mean, I don't know how conscious it was on my parents' part, but I grew up from listening to everything from Frank Sinatra to Neil Young to AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, and there was all stuff playing. Dad was always showing me new music. Mum was always showing me new music, and then I think when I started to get, I don't know, 11, 12-ish probably, started kind of watching Scuzz and Kerrang and MTV Rocks and things like that, and kind of starting to find my own thing sort of off of that. Just kind of grew it from there. And then we'd be going, like, Dad would take me to download based on what I was listening to on Scuzz, and we'd go together for a number of years and just go and watch a bunch of bands, and it was good.
Wow, two very well-rounded people with parents that were very music forward. It's really refreshing to hear that was your experience, and I hope I'm giving that experience to my 4-year-old, but she'll still do some Wheels on the Bus if it comes up,
I mean, I still do as well, to be fair.
I mean, I'm saying if it's a good rendition, she does really like Spirit Box though, so I'll give her that in terms of credit.
Yeah, keep balance.
Exactly. So just wanted to talk a little bit about Iota, of course. And it's been a long road, longer, I guess, for you, Jose, than Jody. You mentioned in a previous interview the importance of finding the right lineup as a band, which, of course, gets trickier the more people that you add. I know there have been several lineup changes over the years, but seems like, admittedly, you're having a little bit of a breakout moment with the current group that you have now.
To be honest, we're the original lineup, apart from our drummer, who is new, and he's been here for like just over a year now. So we've actually really not had many people come and go. Although Joe started the band originally, and it was just him and Mule that would jam. And then once it actually became a band, is when they took a singer on, which was me, and a drummer who we don't have now.
Right. So I guess that kind of answers my question. I'm just curious if like there was a moment, like was there an aha moment where like you guys were doing a performance or you were like at a rehearsal or you were writing a song and you were like, oh shit, this is it. Like this is the group.
I think probably since we've had James, really, which has been about a year and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some tension in the band before, and I think like over the past year and a half, we've felt like we've all been in a really good place with each other. We feel like the stuff that we've been writing has been better as a result of that, and performing live has become more fun, and just like hanging out with each other outside of band stuff as well is more enjoyable and things like that. So I think like for me anyway, over the past year and a half, I've been like, I feel much happier, and like this is the lineup kind of thing. So yeah,
love to see it. I've talked a lot with the bands that I've brought on about just how, your group of people that you make music with has to be your safe space, and you have to be able to feel comfortable to take risks, and it comes through in the music when you're having a good time, with those people. So I definitely hear it when I listen to your music, especially listening to older stuff in comparison to the stuff you've put out over the last year or two. It sounds great, man. It sounds like you guys are finding a groove.
Thank you. Yeah. It feels, I think as well, even from like a production standpoint, we've started working with a guy, Sam Bloor, and we've really found like what we've had in our heads for so long with him, which has made such a difference as well, to the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like an additional band member right there.
It is, yeah.
So, Jody, your voice to me is like a time capsule. I like to try to figure out if I'm picking up on hints of influences. So, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But I was detecting hints and notes of maybe Joan Jett or Courtney Love, or some of those more like grungy, punky voices. But I'm just curious, are those people that you took inspiration from, or who were you emulating when you were finding your own singing voice?
Yeah, I mean, from growing up around music that, we've spoken about, there's been lots and lots of, inspiration, but Stevie Nicks was probably like the first person or woman that I saw and thought, I literally want to be that person. Like she's incredible. Like her voice is just insane. And I think as just a singer point of view, like from her and how she is and even how she acts is just incredible to me. So Stevie Nicks was a huge one. Courtney Love, incredible voice. I do love Hole. Like Hole is great. And I think I really take a lot of influences from like male vocalists more than any other vocalist. I don't know why. It's just what I'm drawn to. I love the contradiction of like me having a grittier, raspy voice and like pairing it with like that sort of Stevie Nicks vocal as well. But yeah, people like even like, well, Kurt Cobain was like huge to me growing up. He's such a like an inspirational like lyric writer as well, and just the way he would use his voice was just crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Lots of people like Chris Cornell and Lane Staley, and PJ Harvey is a great one as well. She's amazing, but there's so many.
Yeah, as soon as you said that you take inspiration from male voices, I went, duh, Chris Cornell. Like I was totally focused in the wrong lane, babe. It's Chris Cornell. I hear it now, clear as day. But I love the Stevie Nicks, kind of influence there, because like you said, I was going to say too, she's just like ethereal as a person.
Yeah.
It like transcends the music, and she is just like this like special being as well, so that's really cool.
It's like the emotion that she carries more than anything. Like we don't write music like Fleetwood Mac, we're not really in that realm at all, but it's definitely just her as a person has been like a big inspiration, and the way she uses her voice is great.
Totally. I like that she's a little witchy too. It's just fun. Did you watch do you watch American Horror Story?
I haven't, no, but people keep telling me I need to watch it.
She's in it.
Yeah, I did see like a clip of her in it, and our bassist has watched it, I think, and he mentioned it.
So good. There's like a character that's like obsessed with her, that's like trying to be her, and it's really fun. And then she shows up. It's like, what are the chances of that happening? It's awesome.
I swear I saw them live like 5 years ago or something like that. It was, you know, obviously not in their prime, but it was incredible. It was just like the motion in the room was just insane.
I can't even imagine. I'd probably just weep the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I just cry the whole time.
Okay, Jose, I'm gonna try, but it was hard because, you know, there's the lead guitar parts and then there's like the overall chord structure, the rhythm guitar. But I was just focusing on the lead part and trying to figure out where it's coming from. And obviously I've already exposed myself as an obsessed Paramore fan, okay? Which is like, all I could hear was those lead guitar parts from like early Paramore, like the Decode, you know, the ding, 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 you know, like that type of stuff. So I was trying to like get outside of my Paramore brain. I definitely hear, I think, Deftones influence. Okay, I'm in the right place with there. But I do want to know what inspires those like really pretty, like shoegazy lead guitar parts. I did put Taking Back Sunday down, though I don't know that that is the best answer I could have chosen. But are there any lead guitar players that you take inspiration from?
So it's kind of weird. I think before, like, this is years ago now, and I started like messing with like a reverb pedal and stuff, but that all came from bands like Sticky Fingers and Ocean Alley, that kind of like Australian psych kind of thing. I was listening to that before I was like even knew what like shoegaze was as a thing. But bands like Incubus, Mike Einzinger, Deftones, I really love a lot of the Bring Me lead lines as well, Bring Me the Horizon. That kind of stuff. I hate getting put on the spot with this kind of stuff because I'm like, I suddenly forget every band I listen to. No, it's like you. It's just that every time I have to think about it, I'm like, and I just draw a blank. But yeah, no, there's a few. I can't
believe I missed Incubus. What about Tool?
Oh.
Yeah, no, I've never really got into Tool, to be honest with you. There's a few tracks that I quite like. But yeah, never really delved into them that much. Basement as well. Teenage Wrist. Early Teenage Wrist. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I did have a question for Sam. And believe it or not, I put Incubus as one of my guesses for Sam, but maybe I'm assuming that you're doing a lot of the songwriting, so maybe I was picking up on that from you.
We all do it.
Yeah, we all do it.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's equal parts, really. I mean,
that's awesome.
Jose and Joe on the guitar are great at starting a song, especially together when they have a few drinks. They can write a real good like start to a song, and then even, you know, any idea that we have, we meet up every single week in the studio and we write together every single week. So I guess if we spent more time apart, we'd probably write more separately. But I think because we have that opportunity, we just get to write together all the time.
That's great.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, you can tell Sam that I thought that his influences were Incubus, Soundgarden, Tool, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh. He's quite a classic rock guy, isn't he? His favorite band ever is like Fleetwood Mac.
I think he's been listening to Rumours for about 10 years straight.
Yeah.
Great album.
It is a great album.
Great album. All right, let me back up and chat here and see what I missed. Hi, Iconic. There weren't any musicians in your core family. Trash. I'm just kidding. Throw them away. Mickey said there's festivals in Essex. Bum in the Mud and Condom Rally. There it is. You guys should check out.
Condom Rally, let's go.
Right? Okay. Oh, and Davo said I should show you Scarhaven. Have you heard Scarhaven?
No.
Okay, so we'll add that to the list when we do the reactions here in a minute. As you were starting Iota, and I guess maybe even evolving to now, would you say that there's a particular sound, emotion, or vibe that you're trying to capture with Iota?
I think it's just like the raw energy that we have live. It's took us so long to be able to like really like capture that actual energy and that live feel, because we've just never, it's never quite hit the spot like with all of the great producers we've worked with over the years. But Sam has really brought it out now with the stuff that we're writing now. So yeah, I would say it's like that raw kind of emotional, but also like super energetic sound.
That's what people say about you guys. I mean, in all the research that I did and the comments that I get, that you see them on social media when I do your reactions and stuff like that, everyone is talking about your live show, the emotion of it, the energy of it. I mean, you guys are crushing it out of the park, and it sounds like it's something that people are really enjoying.
That's great. I mean, that's great. It's good. That's what we want. I think, yeah, it's hard to capture it, but we are just through and through, we're just a live band. Like, we are like old school. Like, we only have just this year put a little bit of backing track so we stand up against all of the other bands out there right now. But we are just a full guitar, like we play amps, which people are stopping playing amps. And yeah, we play real amps, and we sing live, and you know, we want to keep that forever. We don't want to ever be just karaoke.
Right, or like tracks coming through a speaker.
Yeah.
No. So Jose, I noticed that you play with a lot of dissonance, which, you know, thank you, Deftones, for that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're layering the lead guitar parts, which creates a lot of tension and drama, especially against the very powerful lyrical messages that are going on. Do you have any go-to sounds on the guitar or intervals? Not to get music theory or anything, but is there anything that you kind of go back to that you're like, yes, this is signature Iota?
I think like a good major 7 interval, sort of like.
Love that.
That's always nice. But I think a lot of like what me and Joe do is kind of in the tone as well of what we do. Like I always like having an egregious amount of reverb on, and I often have to kind of start turning it down because everyone's like they can't hear anything else. But yeah, no, just kind of like sus2 chords and lots of reverb on the lead lines, major 7, minor 2nd intervals, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think would probably be the best way to sum it up.
That definitely gives it that like shoegazy vibe.
Yeah,
like with all that reverb. I mean, if you guys had to, nobody wants to, okay, but if you had to put a subgenre label on Iota, what would you give it? That's about the response I expected, okay?
Don't know, like grungy, shoegazy,
90s
alt rock.
Yeah.
I don't. It's such a hard question because I feel like you have inspiration coming from sort of everywhere, and
maybe even like poppy as well.
Alt pop.
We're creating a whole weird thing over here.
You totally are. That's why I had to ask. I don't even usually ask about that, even with like the metal bands. You know, the metal bands are like the most gatekeepy subgenre. That's not black metal. That's Norwegian melodic, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I get so lost.
Yeah, it's hard. We take inspiration from like so many different worlds. Like even like Scowl. I love Scowl. They're a hardcore band, and like even from them all the way to like we've been speaking loads about Fleetwood Mac today, and we sound like neither of those bands, but there's just somewhere where we meet in the middle with like all of the references that we enjoy, like Deftones, Smashing Pumpkins, and we hope that means that we appeal to like more, you know, we're definitely seeing there's people coming to our shows that like don't really go to heavy shows, but they're like stepping their foot into it, and we're, you know, getting heavier and like having screaming and stuff on our songs now, and trying to achieve that as we get heavier and as we grow. So I think hopefully it's appealing to like lots of different genres, and it means that the gigs that we're getting are also like quite varied. You know, we played with a band called Masca, who are like kind of like poppy, like mathy rock, I don't know, yeah. And then we also played with like Graphic Nature, as well, and Static Dress and bands like that. So it's like we're kind of fitting into like lots of different genres, which is good for us.
I agree. I think pop is like the key element that kind of, it's like the thread that pulls a lot of these genres together, you know, being palatable enough to have pop in your long list of whatever your subgenre name is, alt pop, dreamscape, you know, whatever, black melodic, whatever. When pop is in there, that's what takes you, you know, because pop just means popular, but there's all of those little elements. Like, look how good like modern metalcore is doing right now.
Yeah.
You know, which just means poppy metalcore, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. So I definitely see you guys as a form of pop. I said it in my first reaction I did. I just watched it earlier, where I was like, it's girly pop as fuck. And it is. To me, that's your genre. Girly pop as fuck.
Girly pop as fuck, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, Iconic says fuck genres, which, I mean, I understand our need for them, and, you know, people want to know, like, oh, this is similar to other stuff that I listen to. Do you guys think that subgenres will ever go away or stop being so important?
I think they're already like not that important. I think because it's so hard to pinpoint any band really when you really delve into it. So yeah, I think it's definitely less important from a band point of view. But I guess, I mean, when you're looking for new music and stuff, it's like really great to have, you know, an idea of the ballpark of like the bands that you want to find, and it helps you discover new music in that realm as well.
Yeah, I think that's really like the utility of it right now for people.
Yeah, I think it's a good way for people to kind of like feel that they're in a specific community and stuff like that. And it helps give them an identity and something to kind of like, this is who I am kind of thing. Which I think is probably like in terms of like its importance, I think that's probably the most important part of it. Sort of giving some people like when you go to download, for example, and you feel at home, like there's all these big scary biker men in leather jackets and stuff, but they're also the nicest people in the world, and you just feel at home. And I think that kind of sense of identity and like community within those sort of subgenres and things like that is really important.
Absolutely agree. So Jody, lyrically, you're touching on a lot of heavy topics, let's be honest. I think it's highly relatable, and personally, it's the way that I like to experience music. I think we're all having our own human experience. Why would we not talk about it? It would be silly not to. I'm just curious because it does require you to be quite vulnerable. Do you ever feel sort of exposed by your own music in that you write so openly?
No, because I never really tell anybody exactly what any song is about. I sort of find a way to word it in a sense of this is my experience with it, but it's quite broad. And like they're still like, the songs are really personal to me, and I like don't tell, I mean, I might tell the boys every now and again, like this one's about this, but it's like these experiences are so personal to me, and I want people to still relate to them. So if I'm going to be like, this one is about this exact experience that I had, when they listen to it, all they'll think about is that. So keeping it relatable, but also so they have a vague idea of where it came from. I think it's great. I'm such an open book. I say too much all the time, especially to these guys. Like, they're my brothers, and I just tell them absolutely everything. So I'm not scared about sharing that with the world, I guess.
That's great. I love that. I am the type of person where if I know the real story, I'm completely disconnected to my own access to my own feelings about it. So I agree with that approach. I like that. So I'm wondering, what's like your big milestones that you guys are working towards? Like, you have like your long term, like, Madison Square Garden or, Wembley or whatever. But I can only speak for myself, but I also like to give myself some little more achievable ones. Do you guys have big and small milestones that you're working on?
Yeah. I think we're set to hit a few now this year that we've sort of been working on or wanted to achieve for like so long, but we just couldn't see it happening. And the tour that we did last year was a really big one for us. We just couldn't have imagined that happening. So yeah, it was great. We went on tour with Heart Attack Man, and they took us, away out of the UK, which was crazy. But I think more of that, perhaps some big music releasing might be happening this year, which we've got a lot of work to do for. But yeah, and like even we're playing 2000 Trees Festival, which is something we have literally spoke about since the beginning of this band. It's one of our sort of local, but it's a pretty big festival in terms of, the festivals that we've played especially. But it's a festival that like almost every single gig that we've played in the last like 6-7 years, someone has come up to us and said, you would go down amazingly at 2000 Trees. And we've just always been like, we want them to put us on, but it's just not really. And now it's happening. So,
my God, congratulations.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one for us.
Jose, you got any big, gigantic dreams for Iota?
I mean, we need to headline Download in the next few years.
Okay, I like that one. Whose hand do I shake? Where do we have to put you? What do we got to cut some clips? Who we got to talk to?
I'll do whatever.
Once I get in touch with the promoter for Download, I'm gonna squeeze you guys in there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, Download, I think, was just like, we all would go to Download as kids, even when we didn't know each other, and like I think collectively that would just be like a huge like whoa moment if we played Download.
Yeah, that would be. I think I'd probably cry if we ended up on Download at any point.
I cried at our last gig because there was 3 people wearing our merch and singing our songs.
Oh my God! See, that would be my milestone. That would be my number one milestone, is to be on stage and see someone singing the words to my song.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it was so cool, and I just couldn't help but be like, thank you so much for even just listening to the songs enough to learn the words.
So cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So how has your relationship with your fans been? And do you think social media is helping or hurting your experience as you grow your audience?
Our fans are really great. I think this last year is like, we've really gained some like real actual fans that, love music, come to every single show. We had one guy he actually saw us first at the Leeds show on the tour, and then he came the next day to see us in Nottingham, and then he flew all the way to Berlin to see us as well. So yeah,
I
think we're giving them like a good experience, and we always give our fans like bits of merch, and we're always telling them how much we appreciate them, because we do. Like, I just can't believe that we have a few.
That's awesome.
And we just want that to grow. Like, I can't imagine what it's like if there's like hundreds of people screaming back at you. Yeah.
It's gonna happen. You're on the way. This was you dipping your toe in this past year, you know?
Hopefully, yeah. It'd be nice.
Do you feel like your social media presence is a part of your fan experience, or is it just like mostly the people that come to your shows that you feel like you have a personal relationship with?
There's a little bit of both. I think it's more in person coming to the shows at the moment. Like obviously those same people are like commenting and liking on our stuff and things like that. But it took us quite a while to grow our audience on social media. And last year was a great year for that. We have grown way more than, you know, all our other years that we have. We've had like lots of growth across all of our platforms. But you know, it's just one of those things. It feels like a numbers game, and we just want to expose ourselves to as many people as possible to just get them to hear our music. And yeah, hopefully then they'll like the content that we share. But it's like a real vicious like cycle of like not wanting to post too much, not wanting to be like really cheesy or like overdo it in what we're posting. We want it to be real, and we want it to be, you know, like interesting rather than just posting for the sake of posting. So it's kind of like hard because I guess you have to like post every single day and like be really present with it for it to grow really rapidly. Yeah, balance.
It's tricky for bands, and obviously I'm doing a lot of content with a lot of different bands all the time, and I always say this to my fiance, how I feel so bad that it's like, as a band, you might be working on a song, you know, the production on a song for like 6 months. I mean, usually not, but maybe even more, let alone like a music video and all that. And then it's over and you share it. And then what? You know, like you just keep sharing the same song over and over. So that's where you see these bands on like TikTok and whatever, taking the same one song and cutting it a million different ways. And it's like, point of view, you grew up listening to Paramore and you found a band that sounds like Paramore and whatever had a baby, you know. It's hard not to get corny, you know. I don't know how you tiptoe around that.
It's difficult as well because like we're not influencers, we're not any of that kind of thing. We're a band, and you kind of what the hell is that?
You're having a party over there.
What did you do?
I think it's when you go like this.
Just you.
Oh, we're gonna clip that one though. That was beautiful.
But yeah, no, it's hard because you like we want to focus on the music, we want to focus on those shows and things like that, and when it feels like we could be so bogged down with, and like Jodie's great with it because I mean the rest of us fucking hate doing anything social media related, and you just feel like you're so bogged down with that side of things that everything can sometimes feel like it's fallen by the wayside a little bit.
I think like everybody just needs to stop doing it. If everybody stopped, then like
boycott Instagram, boycott TikTok.
They're never gonna reshare our stuff now.
That's true.
But yeah, no, I think there's this like, why doesn't everybody let's just do cool content, and then we can all just do cool content instead of like the cheesy stuff going viral and doing really random, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, catch us next week and we'll be
you'll be doing some water bottle challenge, someone's
group dance or something.
Yeah, hanging upside down, someone's throwing stuff at you. I know, I was just talking to Mike about this. It's like it's such a delicate balance, like you're saying, and a part of it, from my perspective, is social media has put a little bit of the power back in the hands of the artist, where you can position yourself to not have to take a shitty record deal because you can show like, oh, look at all this engagement on social media, like look at how much people like us. But at the same time, you got to be the content creator, the band manager. You've got to book the gigs. You've got to do the rehearsals, write the songs, get in the studio, make the music video, edit the music video, like all this fucking shit. And then you have to also, on top of that, be a content creator. Like, it's a full-time job to be a content creator, you know, on top of these other 10 full-time jobs of being an artist. So I'm just curious.
And your actual full-time job.
And your actual full-time job, because none of these jobs are making money. No. And my bills have to be paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just curious how do you navigate that? Like, what do you like? Do you come up with a process where it's like, all right, we're going to do like one video per week, and, you know, or do you just kind of, whenever the content comes, you just get it out?
Yeah. I mean, I'll have ideas every now and again. Maybe like we'll come in and we'll record a session when we're like writing something. Often we don't though, and we're not great at just like setting up a phone and leaving it there, or a camera and leaving it there, because I don't know, we just don't want that pressure as well of just like feeling like a performance when we're trying to do like one of our most vulnerable things and write some good music. So we often just try and capture a lot of the live shows, like with videos and photos and things that we can reshare that are like real and organic. And then the content that we share is just us being a bit stupid, really, and just everyday stuff, or like being in the studio. And it's not something that at the moment is in like a strict routine, but I do think it would be good to get some form of like regular content out there.
Of course.
But
of course.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. And, you know, you have like your priorities, you know, and that's like at the bottom of the list.
It's difficult though, isn't it? Because it's like you could do one amazing video and it goes viral, and then like everything pops off. And we've got friends, you know, that their music's gone crazy on TikTok, and now they're touring around America and stuff. And
exactly. Yeah. It's like hard to figure out how to spend your time. And when it comes to content creation and artistry, it's just like, you know, you could spend 2 weeks shooting, filming, editing a video, and like 12 people see it.
Yeah.
And you can spend 12 seconds filming a video and 4 million people see it. And there's just no way really to quantify or know if you're spending your time valuably or not. So I totally get that. You touched on this a little bit earlier. As a young band breaking into the mainstream, which I do believe you are right now, what is the most important thing to you guys that Iota is bringing to the table in terms of, you know, like the music industry and for your fans? And what is something that you want to make sure that you always maintain regardless of your level of success?
For me, I think it's still that like real raw band energy. Definitely, I know we've touched on it, but like maintaining that like real old school now band vibe where we're all playing through actual amps, and we're, you know, writing music that really means something to us, not just something that we think's just gonna be a huge hit for the sake of it. And we're independent. We've done every job there is, you know, to try and make like this band work. We will work full time as well as this band, as well as, you know, like you said, doing so much within the actual band itself. So I think it's good to be real and to be like understanding of our audience as well. And if we've got fans, like we will just be so appreciative of them forever. Like I can't, like I disown fans from my listening if I see them and they're like meeting fans and they just don't care about them, or they don't even go and say hello afterwards, or if there's no like personal element to it, because you cannot be a band without having fans, and to like disrespect them or just, I don't know, there's just so much to it. But I think, yeah, to me personally, like making sure the fans are always happy and that they really understand like us as people and meet us.
Great. I like that one.
Yeah.
Jose, would you say that you share the same vision?
Yeah, 100%. I think just always wanting to be authentic and never take any of that, you know, the fans and people engaging with us and really enjoying that, never taking that for granted. And just always sort of trying to be who we are and not sell out, as it were, or, you know, not do anything that we don't want to do. always kind of maintaining that, I think.
Yeah, well, if a record deal comes around the corner, that's going to be the type of conversations that you're going to be having, from what I hear.
We might end up like Justin Bieber in a few years, but meh.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just position us between Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande. We'll sing whatever you want.
Forget everything I just said.
Right. I have noticed, and you did mention this earlier too, Jody, that your music has been getting heavier, which I love. I love to hear it. I'm just curious, can we expect to see heavier riffs and more harsh vocals? And who's doing the harsh vocals?
There's definitely heavier riffs and harsher vocals. I've been learning to scream, so hopefully that will happen in a track soon. But yeah, bits like that. We obviously featured Will from Heaven Unknown in one of our last tracks, in Pony, and it was just incredible to have his voice on one of our tracks. But I think guitars are constantly getting heavier. They've bought new guitars so that we can be heavier.
Yes.
And swap them around when we play live and things like that. So yeah, expect more, because we're never going to be super, super, super heavy, but we're definitely always going to carry those elements in there.
It's kind of like having that to like in your back pocket, kind of.
Yeah, like ha.
Just dip your toe in a little bit.
Bit of a like catch you off guard moment.
Yeah.
How's your screaming coming along? How's your journey with that?
Yeah, it's okay. It's finding a place to do it. It's the hardest part.
Right.
So that your neighbours don't think like something's wrong.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's good. We rehearse live every week in a proper rehearsal room as well. So it means I get to like let it all out. But good. I wanna start working with a real vocal coach again soon as well. So that will be handy.
That's good. And it's good that you have a safe group of friends to let that scream out, because I'm also learning how to scream.
Nice.
There's been some questionable moments, I'll say that. So that's great. Let me check in on chat real quick. They said, my biggest milestone so far has been that a few people have mentioned that they needed to hear the song at the very moment they heard it. I have one song about depression. Oh, so like they heard it and they were like, I needed that right now.
Oh, yeah.
The balloons, you're sitting all the time on those balloons. Like you had the balloons under your chair and they just popped out.
Would have been good if I started floating up, wouldn't it?
Oh my God. Do we have any social links I'd like to give them a follow? Absolutely. Let me get that for you right now. Would you guys prefer I share your Instagram or YouTube?
Yeah, Instagram's great.
Instagram, okay. And while I'm looking this up, I was just about to ask you guys, before we get into the reacts, I was going to ask, what are you guys currently listening to?
At the moment, I'm listening to a lot of country and folk stuff.
Oh my God! Are you okay? Who hurt you? Oh my God!
Sorry for the disappointment. A guy called Jesse Woods, who I love. Charlie Crockett.
Charlie Crockett?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's part of my mum's influence coming in. She was into country big time. So but yeah, I love Deftones as well. I've been listening to a lot of Deftones.
Right. Deftones. Yes.
Yeah, Bring Me. That But yeah, I'm in a bit of a country phase at the moment.
Oh my God, so
I'm gonna start wearing a cowboy hat on stage soon, I think.
Yeah, and the boots and the spurs, the chaps, all of it. Yeah. Do you listen to any like old school country, like Charlie Daniels or anything like that?
Not really.
Devil Went Down to Georgia?
No.
Oh man, we got to put you onto that.
All right.
Okay, so Jody, what about you? What are you listening to currently?
I kind of have the same stuff on repeat all the time, really. Really bad at like listening to new things, but obviously all the classics that we've mentioned today, but I think, even Hayley Williams' new album
you like it?
Yeah, I do really like it. Yeah, I didn't know if I was I actually don't really like the newer Paramore stuff. I'm so old school with my Paramore. I'm just that's just me. But her lyrics and her like vocals and the production is really, really great in that album. And Ethel Cain, have you heard of Ethel Cain? Yeah, Ethel Cain's album is on repeat as well. I quite like sad music.
Do you ever listen to like Eva Cassidy?
Yeah, I love Eva Cassidy.
Yeah, I feel like that's good. That's prime sad girl stuff too.
You know? Yeah.
Band I was listening to the other day, it's a bit cooler than Charlie Crockett, is Die Spitz.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love Die Spitz.
Yeah.
Baddies. That's baddie core.
Yeah. I saw their music video actually, and I think I sent it into our chat. Like this music video is cool. Yeah, I just found out about them, and they're pretty cool.
You guys could tour with them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I think we'd fit in with them. Do
you guys listen to any new metal?
Not really.
I mean, besides Profiler, obviously. I know you guys are huge Profiler fans.
Yeah, they're our pals. They're good friends. So they're great. I mean, is Graphic Nature new metal?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not very good with like all the the
subgenres.
Basically, no, we're not really. We're not super new metal people, I don't think, but we appreciate it.
I mean, I still love bands like Korn, like original, like late 90s kind of new metal, Korn, Limp Bizkit.
The pioneers.
Yeah.
Linkin Park's in that world as well.
Yes. Classic new metal. Classical new metal, if you will. Classical new metal.
I was going to say there's a cool band called Headwreck.
Yes, Headwreck is great.
Kind of, new metal, I suppose.
You're with it.
Jack Saunders described us as new metal when he played us on Radio 1. He was like...
That's really funny to me.
Yeah. I was like, you have not listened to
Tell me you haven't heard us without telling me you haven't heard us.
Ocean Grove.
He said new metal influences. So
Ocean Grove, definitely.
He knows something we don't know, maybe.
Yeah. That's really funny that they said that you guys were new metal, because that wasn't on my radar. I think I said alt pop first was like, I think the best way to describe you, but that was pre-Pony. After hearing Pony, I was like, no, this is rock. This is like shoegaze, honestly. It's shoegaze. In some parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely like the jangly guitars and like the
lead lines,
like BVs and the lead lines and stuff. We are, getting those shoegazy influences in there. But I think it's grungy, poppy.
90s time capsule.
Yeah, that's what we try and say. Like, we're just trying to bring the 90s, but make it different.
Okay. So now I know what you guys listen to. Let's do some reactions. I think we should start with the Scarhaven song.
Yeah.
And then, have you guys heard of the band Love Is Noise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know Night Dive?
I think so.
Probably no.
Okay, so I'll do the Night Dive one, and we'll do Scarhaven, and then I have one more that I haven't even heard yet, but I heard a little bit of it this morning, and I was like, oh, that's good. Okay, so this one is a band. We were listening to Chris Cornell on stream the other day, and somebody said, oh, I think you would like this band if you like Chris Cornell. And they were right. So I'm going to show you the song that they showed me.
Yeah, I hear it.
Right? Big Chris Cornell vibes.
Wow.
Yeah, even the guitars are very Soundgarden.
Even the video.
Yeah. Where are they from?
From here. They're from New York. And then Davo said they rebranded themselves. They used to perform under the name Embassy Row. So there you go.
Very cool.
That was Scarhaven.
Yeah, his voice is incredible.
It's ridiculous, yeah. Doing that live.
Yeah, I know. It instantly makes you want to go see them live. Yeah.
All right. So the next one is going to be big shoegaze vibes. It's very, very shoegazy, but definitely one of my favorites from Stream last year that somebody brought.
Yeah, it's shoegaze, but it's really still really catchy. Like some shoegaze that can be really drony vocals, you can't even really there's not that catchy element to it. Some shoegaze, but this is really shoegaze with catchy poppy melodies.
Yep. Yeah, it hits hard.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, really cool. That's definitely our vibe that we love to take inspiration from, guitar wise especially. I think is very cool.
Yeah, it's for me the reason why I like stuff like that, and I guess what you guys bring to the table for me is that contrast of a really big heavy moment and a really sweet moment, for I love that when it's such a stark contrast. I mean, theirs was really dramatic where it got super quiet and then it was
Yeah, we definitely, it's hard to replicate live. We spend so much time getting it right when it's a really sweet, it's a really dynamic song, and for the sound engineer it's a bit of a nightmare.
Right.
But we have that as well, definitely, where I'll be singing a really soft part and then all of a sudden I'll be shouting.
All hell breaks loose on the stage.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more react, and then we'll do our post show stuff. All right, this one is a woman-fronted band called Shed from the Body.
The kind of air you got has got it going on. Give it more less time.
The chat. That's what my babysitter used to do as well. Oh, that was so good. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Epic first chat. Okay, Shed from the Body.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think of the tunes?
I really like the last one in particular, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really good picks. I think they're all so different as well.
So different, kind of all the different styles that you guys are bringing. It was hard to it was hard to pick a band to show you guys. It was really clear with Profiler because they're very stylistically nu metal. It's nu metal, and it's it really is derivative of a handful of bands, and it's just so clear cut. And with you guys, I was asking my community the last couple of days, I'm oh, what songs do you think I should bring for them? Just trying to figure out, here's some nu metal shoegaze. Okay. So I'm glad we landed on a couple that kind of bring all of your parts together, so to speak. This is the part of the show where I ask you if you have any projects or shows that you would like to promote.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing for us that we've got booked in is 2000 Trees Festival, and we really want, we want people to come and watch our show there, because that would just be one of our best shows yet, I think, and we've been prepping some real fun stuff for it. But also we are in the process of writing lots and lots of new music. We've got releases coming up. There'll be a release next month as well. So following us on social media and checking out our videos and things like that on YouTube, which, we just we just love that.
We can do that. We can handle that. Absolutely. And if there is a link to buy tickets for the show, please let me know. I'd be happy to include that not only in my Discord, but in the description box of the this video that will be out on YouTube within the next couple weeks. And anything that I can do to support you guys, that's what I'm here for. I kind of going back to the conversation about social media and, you know, that you as artists have plenty of shit to deal with. I'm really, truly just trying to partner with bands like you guys that need support from a content creator. If you have things coming up, if you have new releases, or just something that you want to promote or talk about, I'm at your disposal. So please let me know. I'm known to promote stuff in stream, in my Discord, in my videos. I even cut clips with, you know, singers or bands. Like if, you know, you have an idea to promote something and you want to do it, I'm here for you. So I just want to make sure that you know that.
Thank you.
I don't believe that the artist should have to be the content creator. So.
Neither.
Exactly.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
That. Yeah, that's amazing. And yeah, thank you so much for having us on here as well. It's been fun. We don't do interviews very often, really.
I know, it was really hard to find interviews of you guys to do research. So I did notice that.
It's not that we're like trying to be mystical or anything. It's just no one gives a shit about it.
I give a shit. I give so many shits.
No, we've had quite a few people asking this year actually, but we just wanted to find the right person to, you know, there can be too many. There really can be. Like nobody wants to hear like the same story a million times, and I think finding somebody that we think your interviews are really good. I did watch your profile one, and I think
thank you.
Especially with them as well. You know, you really do your research.
I care as an artist. I care about what you care about. You know, I want to give you the space to be who you want to be to your audience. So yeah. I do appreciate that very much. Thank you for that.
That's so good.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap up this part of the interview, and I will take you guys to the other side, the private side, where we'll do our little question answer speed round. To my community, I just want to say thank you to you guys for hanging out with us. I know some people have been coming in and out over the last, almost 2 hours now. And thank you to those of you that have been here the whole time. I appreciate your questions and just hanging out, and to the new followers that were enjoying what we were doing and decided to hit the follow button. Thank you very much. But most importantly, Jody, thank you so much for coming on my show. It really has been a pleasure. It was really nice talking to you guys, as I knew it would, except I didn't know that you had all these musical parents because there were no other interviews to reference. But it was better than I could have imagined, so thank you again.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks to everyone watching and commenting as well.
All right, everybody, this is where stream is going to end, and to you guys, I will see you in another moment. Bye.
Yo.